You are watching 2+U Nevada. So excited to have Jeff Knutson here with Dryer Vent Wizard. Jeff, I have used your services. You are so important for people when people aren't thinking about their dryer and home safety.
Home safety.
But you are absolutely a guy who can help prevent fires in a home.
Yes, what we like to say is that we make our customers' lives a little safer, a little easier every day. You're not spending the whole day Saturday after we're done doing laundry because it takes forever to dry your clothes. When we're done, you're going to dry that thing in less than an hour.
Well, and that's what I love too. Okay, so mamas or whoever is in charge of laundry at home, if your dryer is taking too long to dry, you were telling me there are some key points that you can tell whether your services are needed.
So if you got a newer dryer, it's going to shut off if it gets too hot and the clothes aren't dry yet. So you're having to turn them on again. That's one of the signs. It takes forever to dry clothes. If your dryer is getting hot to the touch on the top, that's a big warning sign. So what's happening is that your vent line is getting plugged up.
Just like this.
It's lint, and then it doesn't let the air and the moisture and stuff expel out. So your dryer just, it notices that it's not dry yet, so it just gets hotter and hotter and hotter.
And this is so disgusting, but also very true to life. This is exactly what you see on a daily basis when you're going to help with dryer vents. So, I mean, obviously these are what we typically pull off of the lint grate or whatever, but all this lint bypass that and is getting stuck in the tubes. Now, what I find so interesting too is you were telling me, and Pat was telling me, when you serviced his home, some of these tubings go all the way up into the attic. So I think of it, oh, the dryer just goes right outside, but it can be going up, it could be going down. These pipes go all different directions.
All different directions. So if you're on a concrete slab, chances are it's going to go up to the roof, anywhere from 10 to 16 feet if it's a single story. Sometimes even farther.
And that's what this looks like.
This is what we find quite often on a roof. This is actually a J vent. It is not a dryer vent.
Okay.
So if it's a tile roof, we can't replace them, but we take this thing apart and we'll modify it a little bit to increase the airflow and then put it all back together.
Okay. So let's talk about when your services are needed. Usually a dryer is hot to the touch on the top or too hot, and your clothes are coming out wet or damp, or it's taking way too long for your dryer to work.
Yes.
So then we call you out, and I'm speaking because I know what you do, but tell folks at home, you've got 10 points or 14 points, like this checklist that you verify and make sure that all these dryer vents are clean.
Yes. So when our technician arrives at the home, he's going to show up, he's going to ask you some questions about your laundry habits, how much laundry you do, how many people in the house. We're going to start our inspection. We have a 10-point checklist that we go through, and we look at everything from how the dryer is hooked up behind it all the way out to where the termination comes out of the house. And depending on what we see, we may or may not climb underneath houses into crawl spaces or up into attics. We're definitely going to want, if it goes to the roof, we're definitely going to want to get up onto the roof to take a look at it. We do find issues, especially with this product right here.
Okay, and then you just grabbed this. This is what I'm used to seeing on the back side of my dryer, but these are a danger as well because they can kink too much, right?
Yes.
If people like me push the dryer all the way back to the wall, and so with that you're getting far less movement
of air. Yes, and it'll cause some back, like I say, it'll cause some back pressure, and lint will build up inside these things. We still see some of this old white vinyl stuff. If you have this has got to go.
Look at how it just broke apart.
Just falls apart.
Okay, and then the other thing that you were telling me, which I think is super cool, especially with the latest news that rats are, infesting the area and stuff like that. You have these super cool, what do you call these where the air flows out?
That's a termination cover.
So a termination cover, and these are rodent proof.
Yes.
So let's talk about how these work, because this is what someone might typically see on their home right now.
Right. Most likely you got that on the house. We call that a builder special. It's fairly inexpensive. We can replace those if you're worried about rodents and stuff. We like this one. This is a no pest cover. It's got two flaps, and what happens is that When it shuts off, the first one shuts. It's kind of a wedge shape.
Yes,
it
I see
closes
that.
nice and tight, and then this one shuts. Rodents don't have thumbs. They don't work in pairs. So they can't, one doesn't open up and say, hey, George, climb inside. Whereas this one here, lint builds up underneath it, and it stays open. He puts his little nose in there, and boom, he's inside.
Oh my gosh. And then you were also saying do not use duct tape around these outside. And explain why.
Well, a lot of builders will use duct tape for the venting pipe. And if you've ever used duct tape in the sun, you know it doesn't hold up. Dryers are hot. The duct tape starts to fall apart and gets brittle and can cause leaks in the system. And we look at that too if we need to repair it. It's supposed to be a metal tape.
Okay. And let me ask you, because this is a constant battle in our household, so I'm going to throw Dave under the bus. How full should a dryer be when you are doing a dryer load?
I wouldn't fill it any more than halfway up the drum, at the most. Don't push every piece of clothing you own inside there, because it's got to be able to tumble around. The air's got to circulate. It's got to be able to evaporate that moisture that's in your clothes.
Absolutely. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us. Where do people go to get an appointment with you?
You can book yourself an appointment online at dryerventwizard.com, or you can call our scheduling center at 866-498-7233.
Jeff, it is so good to see you. Thanks for joining us this afternoon.
Yeah, thank you.
You're watching 2 Plus U Nevada.